Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Scott McLean and I'd like to welcome you to Explore History on YouTube. What I want to do this morning is basically report on a good day at the market. Something that I do regularly with looking for all the documents that I'm trying to uncover. And this morning was a tough one. I woke up, it was raining, it was very wet and just not a very nice day. Typical late October, typical mid-October in Britain. And I wasn't going to go to the market, but I thought, well, there's a chance of sunshine, maybe I would try. And I'm really glad I did, because I was able to purchase a large collection of vellum indentures. These are something I've talked about before. Very common kind of document in many ways. They're legal documents, so you get them related to properties, to wills, and different things like that, agreements between people for businesses and so on. But they can be a wealth of information. And what really excited me this morning was that these are really early. So there's some really interesting stuff. Going to take a lot more research, but there's a lot that can be done here. So I just wanted to show you a few of them. We've got all kinds of different ones. This is a really nice one. They date the earliest as 1729, right up to about 1906, so there's just a few around that time. Most are 18th century. You can see lovely documents, red wax seals on most of them, and an awful lot of text. And a lot of these are from the reign of George III, some George II. And they deal with different things, with properties. There's three that I've seen so far that are related to marriage agreements, which are very interesting. And in all of them you get a lot of different people mentioned, so they're a great source for genealogical studies, for any kind of family history. This one's 1773. It's a settlement to the marriage of William, of Mr. George Farmer and his wife Sarah. And so again, a huge document. You can see all the wax seals and signatures at the bottom. And this one has 4 pages, so you've got a huge amount of text. Got some mold and it needs to have a bit of a cleaning, but a very interesting document, which all sorts of possibilities. Now in total, I've got a collection here of 16 documents, so there's an awful lot to go through. Oh, this one is absolutely huge. And so here we have another one, 4 wax seals, a John Woodcock, and a man by the name of Kearney. All sorts of different people involved here, and this one's got 11 pages. So you've got all kinds of text here. So for a researcher, this is just a wealth of information. You'll get all kinds of connections between different people, the properties that they owned, the money that's changing hands, and all sorts of info. And again, they're all vellum. The ones that really caught my eye though, there's 2 in particular. This one here, you can see it's got a partial wax seal. Unfortunately, the wax seal, some of it's missing, it's been damaged, but that's very typical for this period. And this one is absolutely lovely. Now it needs a good cleaning, as they usually do. Remember, this is almost 300 years old, so it's been around a long time. And here we have George III, by the grace of God, and you've got a lovely image of the king here and all this beautiful artwork. So this is the kind of thing that many people would just buy and frame as a work of art, because it's so beautiful. And this one dates, I believe, to the 1790s, about 1790. And so right at the start of the French Revolution, to think that this is a document that was produced right then is really something. And there's one other like this as well. This one has a tin which has kept the wax seal protected, although you can see the wax seal is in pieces as well, again, which is very typical for a lot of these. When you find one with the wax seal intact, it's amazing, because they just didn't last. They get brittle and they do get damaged quite easily. But this one as well is a beautiful indenture. Again, it needs some cleaning, but here. And you've got all sorts of information. And see at the top, George III, by the grace of God, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, King Defender of the Faith, to all to whom these presents shall come greetings. And then it goes on to talk about the land and the individuals that this is related to. And this one is related to the county of Derbyshire, and it's regarding a will. So very interesting, 1805. So another early one, and this one is 1803. So it's in the Common Pleas, and it's 1803, Derbyshire, and it names the main people that are involved in this. So it's somebody is after someone else to recover some funds, and again, a very interesting document, and it comes with the wax seal in pieces, but that could probably be repaired. The right person could probably put that together. So again, a very interesting collection, and it's one of those things that, you know, the sun's shining now, but earlier it didn't look very well, and it's always that tough call to make, but I'm always stuck thinking, if I don't go, this is what I'm going to miss. And actually, when I went to the market today, when I got to the table of the person selling these, there was already a few people looking at them, and one couple in particular bought almost half the collection. So I waited until they were done picking what they wanted, and then I got the rest and just bought them all without even looking at them. Because it was a fair bit of money, but at the same time, seeing the age of these, you know that there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff in them, and that they will be a good thing to sell and to research. And they're quite interesting, dealing with different counties. One's related to Norfolk. We've got quite a few on Somerset, Derbyshire, Wiltshire. So a lot of different counties across England, and a whole sort of range of different information. So one of the great finds, a better one that I've had in a while, because this is always makes me happy to find these kind of documents. And so thought you might be interested. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you can see some of these on my eBay store. If you go online to my website, explorehistory.co.uk, we do have a video on indentures, which will be available very shortly. And so you'll be able to learn more about this type of document. But a great find, and one that is going to keep me busy for a few days.